She was the only daughter of a billionaire. At just 6 years old, she was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive cancer. Doctors said there was nothing more to do. She had only 3 months to live. No treatments worked. No hope remained. Her father, a powerful and wealthy man, tried everything money could buy. But in the end, it wasn't a doctor or a scientist who stepped in. It was the family maid. What this woman did in secret, without asking for permission and without expecting anything in return, left the father in tears. She risked everything to save a child who wasn't even hers by blood. And when the world found out, everything changed. This is the true story of how love, when it's real, doesn't need DNA, just courage. And sometimes the greatest miracles come from the most unexpected hearts. In the shadowed grandeur of a sprawling mansion perched high above the glittering city skyline, where marble floors echoed with unspoken sorrow and crystal chandeliers cast long melancholic shadows across vast, empty halls, a fragile life hung by the thinnest of threads. The air carried the faint scent of polished oak and distant rain, a mansion that wealth had built, but grief had hollowed out, turning opulent rooms into silent tombs of memory. Emily was only 6 years old when the doctors delivered the devastating verdict that would fracture her father's unyielding world. For weeks, she had dragged her small feet through days once brimming with boundless energy and infectious laughter, her tiny body besieged by an unrelenting fatigue that no amount of rest could dispel. Fevers rose and fell like cruel tides, flushing her pale cheeks and leaving her shivering under layers of blankets. At first, Richard dismissed it as a fleeting childhood ailment, a stubborn flu, perhaps, or a passing virus that time and medicine would conquer. He was a titan of industry, accustomed to bending the world to his will with a decisive command or a swift transfer of funds. Problems dissolved before him like mist in sunlight. But this shadow defied his power. Endless tests unfolded in sterile hospital rooms, bathed in harsh fluorescent light, blood draws that left her arms bruised, scans that hummed ominously as she lay still, clutching a worn stuffed bear, and consultations where specialists exchanged grave glances over clipboards. The truth emerged like a thunderclap. Emily harbored a rare, aggressive cancer, its origins shrouded in mystery, its advance merciless and swift. It infiltrated her young body with predatory hunger, defying every barrier science could erect. Richard felt the floor vanish beneath him. One instant, he commanded boardrooms and fortunes. The next, he was reduced to a father on his knees, bargaining silently with fate for the impossible. Aggressive treatments commenced without delay, a relentless barrage designed to scorch the invader from her veins. Chemotherapy coursed through her fragile form, turning her once vibrant curls to dust on crisp white pillows, her skin to parchment, her spirit tested in ways no child should endure. Experimental therapies followed, whispered promises from cutting-edge labs funded by Richard's bottomless resources. Each new protocol ignited a desperate spark of hope in his chest, only for it to flicker and die as scans revealed the cancer's unyielding spread. Emily's frame withered, bones sharp beneath translucent skin, yet her resilience shone through. She rarely whimpered, instead fixing her wide eyes on cartoon adventures flickering on screens or losing herself in coloring books, her crayons tracing dreams untouched by pain. When Richard read her tales of faraway kingdoms, she mustered smiles that pierced his armor, as if she, the dying child, sought to shield him from despair. The hospital morphed into their reluctant sanctuary, its corridors a labyrinth of beeps and hushed voices. Richard abandoned his empire, meetings cancelled, empires paused, to perch on vinyl chairs beside her bed, clasping her fevered hand through endless nights. Guilt gnawed at him deeper than fear. His beloved wife had perished in childbirth, her final breath birthing Emily into a world already stained by loss. Now, the spectre of orphaning his daughter clawed at his soul, whispering of curses woven into his bloodline. In the dim pre-dawn hours, doubts assailed him. Was this divine retribution for ambitions pursued too ruthlessly? But he buried it all beneath a facade of strength, offering Emily only stories, jokes, and unwavering presence, his heart fracturing in silence. Within the mansion's cavernous living room, a solitary framed photograph stood sentinel on a polished wooden shelf, capturing Emily's mother in radiant bloom, hands cradling her swollen belly, smile radiant with anticipation. Emily had grown gazing at that frozen joy, her questions tumbling forth in lisping innocence. Richard answered with tender precision, weaving narratives of their whirlwind romance, shared dreams, and the profound love that had heralded her arrival. "She was kind, like you," he'd murmur, "and she watched over us every day." Sometimes Emily's fingers traced the glass, her voice a whisper. "I wish I could hug her, Daddy. Just once." As illness eroded her vigor, those inquiries faded, replaced by labored breaths and the effort of simply rising. The once lively home swarmed with rotating nurses, their clipboards and syringes transforming playrooms into clinical outposts, yet none pierced the chill of impending void. The doctor's conclave came in a hushed conference room, faces etched with professional sorrow. The cancer had metastasized, colonizing vital organs with ruthless efficiency. Emily's body, exhausted from futile battles, rejected every intervention. Palliative care was counseled. 3 months remained, perhaps fewer. Richard's queries, any overlooked trial, any radical gambit, met compassionate refusals. They had exhausted the arsenal. That night, he wandered back to her room in numb dissociation, moonlight slicing through blinds to illuminate her serene sleep. Machines whispered vital rhythms. Her chest rose faintly. He catalogued stolen futures in torment. No school milestones, no bridal dances, no ordinary sunsets shared. Dawn broke, and Emily stirred, her gaze clear amid frailty. No pleas for explanations, no demands for timelines. Instead, her voice, soft as moth wings. "Daddy, can I have a birthday party?" Her milestone loomed weeks away. Richard's surprise mingled with awe. Probing gently, she confessed a longing for normalcy, balloons drifting lazily, cakes sweet indulgence, school friends' chatter, a twirl in finery. He vowed the grandest celebration imaginable. Calls flew, hospital permission secured, allies mobilized, a princess theme etched in purple and pink, her favorites. Emily's decline persisted, fevers spiking, steps faltering, yet party reveries sustained her. Cake debates raged, chocolate depths or vanilla clouds, songs catalogued, games envisioned. Richard observed, torn between pride in her tenacity and anguish at her fragility, the mansion's sterile hush amplifying every cough. Since his wife's departure, the estate had withered into spectral quietude. Laughter's echoes dissipated, joy's warmth fled. Nurses flitted like ghosts, administering doses, monitoring stats, departing at shift's end. No soul anchored the void, until Amara. Hired in grief's raw aftermath for menial tasks, dusting ornate frames, scrubbing vast kitchens, Amara's role evolved organically. Infant Emily's wails pierced nights, Amara soothed with rocking cradles, improvised lullabies, bottles warmed to perfection. Boundaries dissolved. She lingered beyond duties, a quiet constant amid chaos. Emily's toddler years cemented it. Mornings dawned with Amara's gentle hands, guiding dresses, combing tangles, plating heart-shaped pancakes. Teeth brushed under supervision, laces tied with care. Nightmares summoned her, not strangers. Arms enveloping, whispers banishing shadows, tales spun of brave heroines. One golden afternoon, 4-year-old Emily declared, unprompted, "You're my mommy number 2. The moniker rooted instantly, invoked for juices, games, comforts. Amara embraced it, tears veiled, for her barren womb echoed a deeper ache. Youth scarred her, a little sister ravaged by untreated illness, poverty's bars unyielding. Helplessness festered, a vow etched in loss. If fate offered a sick child anew, she'd wield every ounce of care as salvation. Emily embodied redemption. Amara's vigil spanned treatments, perched bedside amid chemo drips, dabbing tears from stinging shots, clasping hands through scans claustrophobia. School recitals claimed her cheers when Richard's duties clashed. Homework unraveled under patient tutelage. Drawings immortalized dual maternities. Shelf photo mother, Amara with boundless smile. Richard observed warily at first, widow's pang flaring at shared intimacies. Initial edicts, staff, not kin, eroded beneath evidence. Emily's brighter eyes, steadier sleeps. Gratitude supplanted envy. Amara's alchemy softened the mansion's ice, infusing sterile air with hearth glow. She demanded nothing, elevated status, wages bumped, yet mothered instinctively, her sister's ghost fueling unyielding devotion. Love, she knew, eased suffering's bite. Emily's party dawned, transformed. No ostentatious excess, warmth reigned. Balloons bobbed in pastel clusters, snack-laden tables mindful of tender digestion, central pink cake aglow. Wheelchair-throned Emily shimmered in knee-grazing rose silk, bold pâté crowned by sparkle, eyes alight. Classmates bore art, plush, nurses hovered invisibly, enforcing joy's illusion. Amara orbited devotedly, plates replenished, hydration urged, posture eased, cake smears banished. Guests perceived innate kinship, her tenderness eclipsing titles. Richard lingered doorway adjacent, paternal vigilance paramount amid parental murmurs. Music murmured, games lazed accommodatingly. Crayon sessions unfolded, Emily sketched serenely. As revelry waned, Amara knelt floorward, fork poised with cake morsels. Emily's head tilted, gravity in gaze. "Am I going to live, Mommy?" No qualifiers, pure essence. Silence engulfed. Melodies muted, chatter stilled, ether congealed. Amara's breath seized. Emily's stare demanded verity. Lies repulsed her post-shared trials. Tears brimmed, restrained, hand clasped fiercely. "You're very strong," she breathed. "I'm right here with you." Presence proffered, certainties withheld. Richard, eavesdropping peripherally, recoiled, visage shielded, paternal dam breached. The query reframed reality, no more veils. Festivities resumed, subdued, grips tightened, kisses lingered, post-departure hush deepened meaningfully. Amara's tucking ritual concluded bedside vigil. Richard doorway watched, altered. Sleepless, Amara replayed the plea. Inertia shattered. Coffee brewed. Laptop ignited midnight quests. Therapies novel, trials distant, transplants emergent. Liver lore captivated. Living donors viable, regeneration miraculous, compatibilities pivotal. Local clinic beckoned, clandestine appointment claimed, phlebotomy yielded, anticipation tortured routines. Emily's soup stirred distractedly, linens folded mechanically. Envelope trembled earthward, perfect congruence, type, enzymes, markers, astronomical rarity sans kinship. Doctor marveled. Risks enumerated, infection, hemorrhage, permanence, dismissed by maternal imperative. Homeward, sequestered, deliberations raged. Richard's veto loomed probable, yet Emily transcended employment. Vow reactivated, sister's phantom urged action. Hospital entreaty, transplant cadre convened. Passionate plea, nurturance chronicled, mommy invoked, rebuffed bureaucratically. Policies petrified sans legal blood nexus, liabilities loomed. Exit bitter, resolve steel forged. Richard confronted, astonishment yielded prohibition, irreplaceable, spousal loss, redux, intolerable. Affection evident, terror paramount, Amara's retort internal, fights maternal, not permissive. Laptop reignited, Global scans yielded Dr. Salim's haven, outlier compassionals. Form dispatched, Dawn reply summoned video link. Bereaved by daughter's hepatic demise, he championed her cause, discreetly orchestrated. Richard's sojourn abroad windowed execution. Bags packed covertly, consultation alibi seamless. Aerial odyssey tense. Emily quiescent, faith absolute. Nocturnal admission pseudonymic, verifications pristine, dawn dedayed. Vigil bedside letter secreted pillow ward. If I don't wake up, know that mommy said yes. Anesthesia claimed. Tandem theaters pulsed. Salim orchestrating, precision paramount. Richard's summons cataclysmic. Precipitate flight ensued. Arrival post-op. Dual cots. Vitals synced. Emily serene. Amara comatose induced. Letter lacerated. Epiphany dawned. Love incarnate. Optimism cautious. Rejection absent. Fevers ebbed. Emily's awakening cake craved. Amara queried ceaselessly. Resting, tired. Amara's resurgence. Emily's jubilant, I'm alive. Tears cascaded. Grips eternalized. Cancer receded. Hepatic vigor reactivating stalled palliatives. Miracles compounded. Global echo amplified. Headlines lionized. Policies pivoted. Accolades proffered. Amara demurred. Emily her sole laurel. Mansion rebirth. Laughter resurged, routines normalized. Seventh fate balloon bedecked, Emily robust, curls reborn. Kneeling, Amara affirmed, yes, my love, you are going to live.